Okay. It is the one and only Ronan the Traveler. Man, shout out to all you guys who've been rocking out with the channel, and a special shout out to you military brothers, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Y'all rock with me hard. You guys are the original passport bros. So shout out to you. But let's get into it. Brother asked what I thought was a good question. He said, Ronan, can you tell me the difference of dating Dominican women on the island and Dominican women in the States? And look, it's a good question because people ask me this all the time. Well, why can't I just get a Dominican woman in the United States? And look, you dudes from the East Coast, you have more dealings with them. I've only dealt with a few in the United States. You guys can answer this in the comments. Is there a difference? To me, yes. The best woman I've ever had in my life was in the Dominican Republic. Contrary to what a lot of people think, man, Dominican Republic has many beautiful good women. You just got to get through that first line of gold diggers, these choppies and all this kind of stuff. You get through that first line. Once you get your feet wet a little bit, you learn the language, you'll meet somebody wonderful. And things like, I got so many friends that married women. The woman I'm with now, she's begging me to marry her every day. Like, there's good women, you just got to get through it. But also, the worst woman I ever had in my life was a Dominican, but she was from the United States. Man, this girl took me to go meet the devil himself. She brought me through hell, but I blame myself for it because look, a lot of times I tell you guys these stories and different things I done went through. I want you guys to learn from it. Don't make the mistakes. I've made enough mistakes, man, to build a building. So anytime I've ever simped in my life, bad things happen. Do not simp for women. Put yourself first. Always put yourself first. All that women and children stuff, no, you put yourself first, then you go automatically take care of them, but you got to come first. So look, let me break, brother always got a story time, man. This woman had me out there like Orange Juice Jones, man. I saw you and him walking in the rain. I'm telling you, man, my whole life had went like that for a little while. But you know what? I'm glad it kind of happened. It helped me to recover. Now, look, let me tell you a little story. Brother always got these story times. So look, at the time, man, I had a nice little business while I'm going through my divorce. Man, we used to rehab like apartment buildings and everything. And I would hire women to clean up for me. So one of the dudes that worked for me introduced me to this Dominican chick. He said, look, now he knew I was going through a divorce. So I guess he was like, hey, man, this chick I go to school with, she was in college with, man, she need a job. Can you help her out? I'm like, yeah. Now, I'm not even in the mode to even talk to a woman like that. I wasn't there right there. But when I meet her, the girl was fine. She was about 5'2", yellow bone, thick as a bowl of jelly. It just, she was thick. But I wasn't in that mind. But what she did, man, she, dripping water wears down a rock. She got closer and closer and closer to me. And women got superpowers, especially these fine, pretty ones. They always have a need. So she called me up one day. Her car had broke down, and I should have said no, but I went to her. From that day on, I picked her up. I was stuck with her. Before you know it, she was living in the house with me. It went so quick. And come to find out, when she moved in the house with me, she was lying about everything. This woman was 10 years older than what she was claiming to be. She was trying to cosplay as a younger woman because she didn't really look that old, but she was a lot older than what she said. And I start catching her in little bitty lies, man, just the smallest lies. But small lies add up like Voltron. They come together. So one day, man, how I finally caught her doing something. I'm in the bed one night, right, and I can't sleep right. And I wake up and she's on the sofa, knocked out sleep. But I look on the table and she has a whole freaking burner phone. I'm talking about, I never saw this phone before. Me and her had iPhone, but this was like a little trap phone. Like, you shot that slinging that stuff, So I grabbed the phone and I go in the bathroom with it, open it up, man. And I kid you not, I start looking at the photos. She got pictures on there, busting it open. I'm talking about busting it open. She was sending it to this dude, and the dude on there was named Husband. And then as I look through the photos, I see this heifer got on a whole, I'm talking about a whole wedding dress. And I start reading their text messages, and each text message I read took me deeper and deeper down the hole. I'm talking about, it was terrible stuff, man. And I couldn't believe this woman had been living in the house with me. Like, I knew something was wrong, but I had this feeling I couldn't cut loose, but I didn't have any proof. But I'm telling you, when I tell you I was following her like Orange Juice Jones, man, I knew she was up to something. I was trying to spy on her a little bit, man. And I ain't never simped out like that behind no woman. And I got exactly what I deserved, because I should have. I'm gonna get back to the story, but I should have just went into monk mode. So all you dudes that's going through divorces and going through these things, man, don't go jump back into another relationship, man. Take this time and work on your purpose. Now you can go travel, you can go knock some stuff down, you can go get that reset that I talk about, but stay on your purpose. Don't get into a new relationship. You need to fix what's inside of you, man, because what you are, you attract. So I was a completely damaged person at that time, and I attracted another completely damaged person into my life, and it made us more damaged, and the relationship went really bad. So look, let's get back to the little story. So while I'm looking through the phone, the dude calls, and when he called, I answered the phone. And so he asked me, he said, who are you, and why do you have my fiance's phone? I said, well, your fiance lives in the house with me, been living in the house with me for the longest. And he couldn't even believe it. He did a Facebook like video call and see me, and I brought the phone to her face and put it. She sleep like a baby, and he sees it. This fool break down crying. Look, he had me feeling sorry for him. Like, cause he was like, yeah, we were supposed to get married. I'm like, how y'all get married? And so we start talking, and the whole thing was just, I couldn't believe that this woman had been in a whole relationship with a whole nother man while she lived in the house with me. She was at home. I don't know how, but they got people have these internet relationships, and these dudes fall in love with women who they don't really see or nothing, but they were trying to get married, the whole thing. So I said, look, bro, you can have her. So I hung the phone up after I talked to him. So while she sleep, I go out there and pack up, man. I grab everything, all her clothes, everything. I go out the back door. I put everything on the top of her car and all around. I just picked all her stuff out. So I let her sleep. When she woke up that morning, she was looking for that phone. She was looking for it, and she's tearing up everything. I said, hey, what are you looking for? Nothing. She acting all nervous. I said, so you trying to find your phone? Give me the phone. I said, it's outside on the car with the rest of your stuff. Oh, but you tripping? You going like that? So look, she goes out there. Now this is why I don't like America. This is what I'm about to tell you what happened. She goes outside and calls the sheriff department. The sheriff department come to the house and tell me, now this is my house. Her name not on the lease, not on nothing. She had bills. She had her own bills that came to the house, and because she had those bills, they told me that I had to evict her out of the house. I couldn't throw, all her stuff was out. The sheriff department helped her bring, this is the stuff women get. Women get the benefit of doubt, man. The sheriff department told me that I had to leave, and because he didn't want me to hit her. I'm saying, I ain't put my hand on her, but I know women could just make up stuff like that. But he told me, listen, man, you need to go leave for a few days or whatever, but you got to evict her. You cannot put her out. So I ain't going nowhere. But he was like, listen, you can't put her out of this house. Now, another story I told, she was able to put me out of the house. But I learned the lesson from that. Do not simp for these women, man. Watch who you deal with. Watch who and this was a learning lesson, man. And this kind of one of the things too that helped me finally get my passport. I'm like, man, I'm tripping, because every woman I dealt with in the United States had some kind of flaw, man. Bad problem. They were crazy as batshit. Almost all of them I've ever dealt with, man, they're real sneaky right there, man. Women got the edge in the United States, man. They do in the Western world right now. And this stuff helped to, I always grew up with the red pill, like my father, a lot of people, man, but it got watered down. But that situation rekindled everything. So people always, they hear my story, man, why you mess with all kind of women? Because, hey, bro, I will never be solely into one woman again. That whole situation changed me fundamentally. You know, I live now like the werewolf, man. And now this chick, after that happened, now this woman doing real bad, because the dude, he didn't marry her. I mean, he went off, you know. I see her every now and then, but she's doing bad, begs me to try to get back with me, man. She begged me last time I saw her. I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm like, lessons and blessings. Now, even when I look at her, man, you know, Dominican Republic, them spoil me so much, man. I look at a woman now, I'm like, man, her ears look funny, man. Look at her nose, man. Like, I'm so picky now when it comes to women, especially when I go to the United States. I'm not even checking for women like that. I could just handle my business, get on the business, flipping them houses, do what I need to do. I don't even talk to chicks in the state no more, man. And because all of them had some kind of problem, man. So yes, man, is a big difference to me. The Dominican women I dealt with in the United States were worse than the ones I had on the island. The ones on the island are more traditional, and I like a traditional woman. I don't like women trying to scam me. And this is not all women. I'm just saying the things that I have dealt with. Some of the women might be good. Some of you brothers might have better situation. I'm just talking from my own perspective, man. So I hope I answered your question, brother. We are out. Well, look, and then look, one more thing. Any of you brothers coming to the DR, man, join our Facebook group, man. It's growing. Brothers got your back in the cartel, man. We are out.